By the end of this video, you will have tips for the sexiest night ever. Hit subscribe and the bell. I release new videos Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm Amanda Pasciucco and I've worked with couples for over a decade, and I'm gonna teach you what I taught hundreds of others about tips for the sexiest night. So here we go. Step 1, hygiene is important. So what does that mean? Looking like you are trying to allure your partner is important. It's part of what animals do, it's part of what humans do in courting. And when we get together, just because we are committed and secure does not mean that we ought to eliminate our hygiene and eliminate dressing up for our partner. So be mindful of what you wear. Are they things that your partner is attracted to? Be sure to shower. Be sure to ask your partner what types of soaps and deodorants and laundry detergent and all these things, what do they like to smell on you as their partner? These things will help you actually have sexier nights because you're starting to communicate with one another about things like scent and pheromones. Also, ask partners about grooming. Some people change their preferences for shaved or not shaved along their life. So since it's dynamic, why not ask? Step 2, bring out games, not board games necessarily. I'm talking about games like bondage or toys. Bring out lube, bring out sexy dice. Find fun things to bring props into it. Sometimes it gets boring when you have no tools. However, if you bring out tools like a cock ring or a dildo, all of a sudden there are different props to play with. Do things like take a flogger and lightly graze over the person with the tails of it instead of making the sound of a whip. Ask your partner about the type of touch, light, medium, or hard. Ask about things like petting their head or touching their face, maybe things like touching their chin. Certain things might be arousing to a partner and other things might be a turn off. Start discussing the different toys and props that you bring in. Talk about things like feathers or silks or lace, and also discuss the intensity, the frequency that the person that you're with wants to use those things, the depth, the pressure, the speed. Be mindful that sometimes someone might like something very fast and then someone might like that same thing very slow. Or like this, super slow. Be mindful that everyone has different pressures, types of touch that they like. Step 3, lubrication. If you don't have lube, then it's not gonna be as fun. Make sure you have lube right by your bedstand. Don't go looking for it. Make sure it's open and ready to go. Also have things like paper towel or towels near you so you can wipe off the lube if you need. Have things like baby wipes or things that are pH sensitive so that you can wipe the lube off after. It is important to have lube. What about you guys? Are you lube fans? Write below, I'm super interested. I love talking about lube and sexual connection, so please comment below. Step 4, stay hydrated and don't be too full. So if you know you're gonna have a date night with your partner, doesn't mean go out to dinner first. It means eat something light. Also be hydrated. The amount that you weigh in pounds, drink half of that in ounces of water daily. Not too much, not too little. Half of the amount you weigh in pounds in ounces daily. This is important. It keeps your body functioning, blood flow going pretty nicely, and we need blood flow, especially in the genitals. We need to be able to call on the genitals when we want for arousal. Just so you know, fun fact, it takes many, if not all women, 20 to 30 minutes before penetrative intercourse, to get to the point where their clitoris inside is completely engorged. So therefore, hydration is important. Not being too full is important because we want you guys focused on pleasure, not focused on food or drinking water while we're in scene. And last but not least, step 5, role play with the Inner Aspect Method worksheet. So what does that mean? For some people, it's really easy. Dom, sub, teacher, student. doctor, patient, all these types of roles that they've seen in porn. But for other people, it's much more difficult for some couples to know who's the guide, who's the guided. And it's more difficult because often long-term couples get in this initiation rut, who initiates and what happens and the rejection. So what is a tip for a sexier date night is to learn role playing. Role playing, if you have stayed till the end, you're gonna scroll down to the description below and you are gonna get a role play guide on how we teach couples that we work with how to role play. Now, it's really important to take into consideration how you are in each of these parts, these role play characters, without your partner first, and then start visualizing them, getting in the mindset of who that character would be to you, and then bringing that to your partner, bringing this role part of you to your partner and being like, hey, is this a part of me that you're interested in having sex with? So role play is amazing. Thank you so much for staying until the end so that we can give you that guide. If you like this video, hit like, subscribe, and the bell. I release a new video Wednesdays at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Say hi on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course YouTube at The Sex Healer. Have a great week.